Running. There is blood, gore, intense violence, nudity. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another tabletop adventure here at Digital Woods. Today we got another 40k battle report, but it's a little bit different. It's not a standard X versus X power. We're doing a Stronghold Assault mission, which requires one faction to have a lower points value than the other. So we've predetermined that I'll be playing the Defenders, and I'll be playing as Tau.
For 800 points.
800 points, with one extra because can't get precise.
Yep. And I'll be running as the attacker, Tyranids, running at 1,999 points.
So,
well, no, that's not 1,999, that's 999 points.
Yes.
I'm 1 point low.
yeah. So, those are going to be your armies. We're going to get to our full details of our lists, and we will see you in a bit.
Alright, so here is going to be my 999 points of Tyranid High Fleet Behemoth for this one. I'll be running the game mode specific detachment of the Stronghold Assault Attacker detachment. I'm getting right into it with my HQs. My Warlord is going to be a Broodlord with this standard monstrous rending claws. His Warlord trait is going to be Monstrous Hunger from the Behemoth High Fleet. His psychic powers are going to be Smite and Onslaught. And he's also going to be carrying the relic Maw Claw of Thyrax, or however you pronounce that. Otherwise, I've got for HQs 2 identical Neurothropes. Their psychic powers individually will be Smite. One's got the Horror, and one's got Catalyst. But otherwise, they're exactly the same, because they can't take upgrades. Moving on to troops, I've got one group of 20 Gene Stealers, all wielding Rending Claws, and another group of Hormagaunts, all wielding their Scything Talons, and I'm bringing 11 of those. Next, on to dedicated transport, I am bringing one Tyrannocyte, upgraded to bring 5 Venom Cannons. So that should be fun, maybe, I don't know, we'll find out. And then lastly, I've got 2 heavy supports, starting with my Exocrine, who is bringing his Bioplasma Cannon and his Powerful Limbs. And lastly, ending it all off, I've got one Moloch with his some kind of jaws, I can't pronounce that word, his prehensile tail, and lastly his 3 scything talons. And that's my army.
Okay folks, this is going to be my 801 points of Tau. Specifically the Broken Step, or Broken. I like to say the Broken Step because they're fun. It is split into 2 detachments, as I am mandatorily forced to take a fortification network. I'm not broken up over that because I like the fortifications for Tau. So let's start off with my battalion detachment. It will first off, for HQs, I have an Ethereal, which will be my Warlord, I guess, and he has no upgrades other than his Warlord trait being 3 Unity Devastation, and you will have the relic Pure Tide Engram, because the relics for Tau aren't great, unless you're running a Battlesuit Commander, in which case they're okay. Moving on to my second HQ choice, I have a Cadre Fireblade, with his standard weaponry, which includes a Marker Light, and no other upgrades for him. Moving on to troops, I've got 3 groups of Strike Team, 2 of which are 7-man, with a Marker Light added into the unit for their Shazwees, or Shazraz, and one is a 6-man team with no Marker Light. Just ran out of points for it. Moving on to a fast attack choice, I've got a 5-man team of Pathfinders. The Shazwee and 1 are going to be running the Carbine and Marker Light, and the other 3 in the squad are going to be running Ion Rifles. Moving on to a heavy support choice, I have a 2 model unit of broadside battle suits, high yield missile pods and smart missile systems on them, getting loads of missiles coming out of these models. And they'll be escorted by 2 shield drones. 1 flyer, moving on from that, I have 1 flyer and it is going to be a Sun Shark bomber, running all the standard stuff it has, which consists of 2 interceptor drones, a missile pod, 2 seeker drones, or seeker missiles, which are mandatory, and a marker light. Okay, and before moving on to my second detachment, I did forget that the Pathfinder team also has a pulse accelerator drone with them. So, that little extra. Moving on to my second detachment, which is a mandatory take of a fortification network, and it is going to be a drone port. Surprise for anyone who has seen any of my Tau lists. And it will be equipped with 4 marker drones, because drone port with marker drones is really effective. And that should make up my 801 points of Broken Step Tau. Okay, and here we are deployed for the breakthrough game of Stronghold Assault. In this one, there are 3 objectives in the Defender's deployment zone. At the end of the game, they're worth 3 victory points per for the Defender if they still hold them at the end of the game. The Attacker's goal, however, is to get across the board and off the table. For each unit they successfully get off the table, they get D3 victory points for each unit that they have still in my kind of breakthrough side, which is basically this section of hill here. They get 1 victory point, and of course they can try to deny me from getting my victory points for holding the objectives. One of the objectives is in my building, and will come out of the building once the building is destroyed. Other than that, Mike has his Tyranids site full of Gene Stealers in Deep Strike and a Moloch in Deep Strike. And the way this works for breakthrough, Defender had to deploy everything first, and then the Attacker deployed. Defender gets first turn. There's no seizing or anything like that. But before we jump into Broken Step turn 1, I believe Mike has a few stratagems he wants to blow.
I've decided just to go with 1. I'm going to spend 3 command points on preliminary bombardment. So basically what that does is the preliminary bombardment goes off from the standard core rulebook, and I roll a d6 for each enemy unit, and on Tom, which number?
On a 6.
On a 6. They take mortal wounds, or d6 mortal wounds, unless they go to ground, in which case they take d3, but can't do anything.
And only infantry can choose to go to ground.
And I will actually slightly adjust what I said. I will be spending 1 other,
Command point.
well, 2 other command points on the Dawn Assault.
To make it night fighting turn 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 5 of my command points out the window, turn 1. I've got 3 left, and I'm just going to go from left to right for rolling dice.
Yep.
Do you have to call whether they're going to ground first?
Only if they get hit.
Fair enough. So starting with this group. 5. Nope. Next group. 2. This is going to be a waste of 3 command points.
The shield drones are separate units, so you can do them each individually.
Alright, first shield drone. Getting another dice. Big guy. Is that a group of big guys?
Yeah, it's a group of 2.
1. The one nestled between them.
Yep. My ethereal.
Still a 1.
Worse dice than the last
Worse. It's worse. Other shield drone. 5.
Drone port.
Drone port. This is going to be a wasted 3 command points if I'm not going to get a single 6. Other group.
6.
I got 1 6.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to ground with them.
Right.
They got too much of expensive equipment on them.
D3. For 1.
Okay.
Alright, well. Their drone port. Or their drone, not drone port.
Pulse accelerator drone.
5. Other group on the end. No. And lastly, the flyer. This was a good use of 3 command points. Glorious. 1 wound.
Yep.
Okay, well, I feel good about this decision. But at least it's nighttime.
Yes. And you did stop my Pathfinders who have very good weapons from shooting turn 1.
Yay. Alright, well, on to your movement and whatnot.
Alright. turn 1 movement for Broken Step. Pretty straightforward. Almost all my army did not move. Disembarked the Marker Light drones and moved them up so they can get some shots in. And flew the mandatory 20 inches forward. I would have gone further, but because of the low light visibility and the fact he's going to have absolutely, basically no support, I'm not going to risk him getting double smited without any like extra advantage of hitting. So there's that. Quick double checked on the rules. I don't get the ability to do the stratagem, which basically gets to ignore low light visibility, which is a shame, but so I'll just have to go with it. So I have no psychic phase to go into, so we'll go straight into the shooting phase. Where I'll start off with the 4 Marker Light drones firing at the Hormagaunts there.
Fair enough.
They use the ballistic skill of the Cadre Fireblade that's in the drone port, so they start off on a 2. Low light visibility at this distance is -3 to hit. So hitting on 5s. 1. So 1 Marker Light on it. And then the Cadre Fireblade is going to go ahead and fire his Marker Light. Because I'm Broken Step, I get 42-inch range Marker Lights. So, also still hitting on a 5, but now re-rolling 1s. Miss. Let's see what else I can manage to fire that has enough ballistic skill to actually hit. Okay, so looking over the Night Fight rules and the big penalties of -3 and the fact that 6 is no longer guarantee a hit for any faction other than orcs.
Because it says so in the Orcs Codex.
Yep, and the FAQs and whatnot. The only model in my army that is within range and has a low enough negative to actually hit anything is my my little vessel right here, because it's within the 12 to 24 inch range by an inch. It gets a only -1 to hit, so its 4 base becomes a 5. So I'm going to go ahead and fire all of its weapons down into those little gribblies there, trying to just thin out a unit.
Fair enough.
Starting off with the Marker Light, which gets an additional -1 because it's a heavy weapon. So hitting on a 6, re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling 1s. Yeah.
Way. That doesn't happen often.
So I took a quick break right there to double check Uplink Marker Light, which I will be spending 1 of my 8 command points on, which replaces the Marker Light I just put on it with D3 + 1 Marker Lights. I'm looking for a 5 or 6 on this dice, willing to spend a command point on it, don't need it.
Can I spend a command point to have that not happen?
Nope.
Oh, well damn.
So what that does is put 4 Marker Lights just from that 1 shot on, plus the one I had earlier, bringing up to 5 Marker Lights onto the Hormagaunts, which means I get +1 to hit army-wide if I shoot at the Hormagaunts, which means my 4 ballistic skill can now hit on 6s, because I ignore the -3 becomes a -2.
Which I can now say goodbye to my Hormagaunts.
Well, I'm still only going to be hitting on 6s.
True. But that's a lot of DACA.
It also does mean I ignore the -1 with the rest of this thing shooting.
Alright, well.
Alright, so firing from its undercarriage, the 4 ion rifles that are attached to the interceptor drones. They're going to be 4 shots because they're not in rapid fire range. And they are going to be hitting on 4s. And I didn't get any 1s to reroll, so 1 hit. Strength 7 versus tough of 3, 2s to wound. 1 wound, AP -1.
Alright. So 1 6-up save. Usually it's a 6-up, but they're on cover, so 5-up, so 6-up. No.
1 goes down.
Blep.
2 shots from the missile pod, which is Assault 2. Once again, hitting on 4s. Both hit. Strength 7 on the missile pod. Wounding on 2s again, and once again, EP -1.
So 2 6-ups. That's Snake Eyes. Cocked?
That's cocked, yeah.
That's Snake Eyes.
Alright, so 2 more Hormagaunts go down.
Alright, boop and boop.
And now I need to actually check ranges for the rest of my guys, because they were 36 or better. Let's see how many can shoot. Alright, so going back and double checking ranges, I actually don't have that terrible much that can still shoot. this broadside team and this fire team, because of the pulse accelerator drone giving that extra range to that team, are the only 2 units that have the range, because most of them are outside of 36. So starting off the broadside team, which has the shortest range weapons that can reach the smart missile systems, which have a 36-inch range because of Broken Step.
All right.
Both of them are carrying 2 of them. Each one fires 4 shots, so a total of 16 shots. 16 shots going in, hitting on 6s.
For what, 2?
1, 2, 3, 4. We're rolling those ones because of marker lights. No more. 4 hits. Strength 5 weapon versus a tough 3 target, so 3s to wound. 3 wounds. No AP, but you don't get the benefit of cover against the smart missile system. Okay. So it's a 6-up still.
Yay, 3 6-ups. I made one.
You do. 2 more guns go down. Alright, and then the 4 high yield missile pods, basically the same sort of idea with longer range and better strength than AP. Once again, hitting on 6s. 4. 3 rerolls.
Is that essentially the same roll?
There was 4 rerolls before.
Slightly worse.
Same result though.
Yeah.
No extra things from that. Strength 7 weapons, these high yield missile systems are, so wounding on 2s. All wound, AP -1.
6-up.
You do get cover.
Yay, 6-up saves.
Actually, no.
Well, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter because you're so marker lighted, you don't get the benefit of cover anymore.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
So 4
more go down.
Alright, 6 shots going to the Hormagaunts, hitting on 6s from their pulse rifles. For 3. No rerolls because I didn't get any 1s. And strength 5 weapon versus tough of 3, 3s to wound. For 3. I didn't actually check for that, but never mind. That's just 2 with no AP.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're outside of 6-inch range for Unity Devastation. Actually, I take that back. So 1 with AP -1, 1 without.
Okay. AP -1, which is a 6.
Yep.
And 1 5-up.
Got it. So,
Well, 1 would have died anyway.
yeah. Blah.
I do not have to make morale saves.
No, you are fearless. But that will be the end of Broken Step turn 1. Went from having only 1 unit that could shoot to
3.
Yeah. Go marker lights.
Oh,
I
marker
am
lights.
Down to 7 command points, and you are down to 3.
Yes. Alright, so movement for turn 1, Tyranids. I basically advanced everything except for the Exocrine, who stayed put, getting ready to shoot the ever-loving Doodle out of Tom's Flyer. So unfortunately, I got a 6 for him, a 3 for him, a 2 for him, and a 1 for him.
Well, it did what you needed to do. So.
It did just what I needed it to do, but either way, farther is farther. So with movement out of the way for turn 1, on to Psychic Powers, where I'm going to start with casting Catalyst on... Oh, just for reference, Catalyst is the light base, the Horror is the darker base. Catalyst on the Broodlord. Thank you, Tom. So it's going to be a warp charge of, I believe, 6, so I got it with an 8. And then I'm going to throw... Smite's 18, or is it 12 for everyone's standard?
It's 18 base, because it's 24 for 1,000 suns.
True, thank you. And I'm going to throw 1 Smite over at your bird.
Okay.
So, whee! 6.
Got it?
Got it with the D3. 1.
Okay.
And that's it for Psychic. I'm too far away for anything that he's doing to matter. And remembering that I have 2 Psychic powers per Neurothrope, I will continue my Psychic phase. With a Smite and a Horror from him going into the bird. Starting with the Smite. which gets it with an 8. So D3 for off the table for D3. You hit my foot with it, and it's a 6 on the floor. So another 1. And lastly, for psychic powers, I'm gonna throw a the horror. That was grammatically incorrect. At the shark, and it's gonna be a warp charge of a 6, I believe, which I perils.
You get it.
But I get it. I wish I did that with smite.
Yeah. So take D3 mortal wounds or spend one of your 3 remaining command points. You'll get the power anyway. But if you roll another 6, you get the perils again.
I'm going to spend the command point. And then...
Which dice?
I'm pretty sure it was the one that went that way. But I will re-roll it if you wish.
I did. My gaze of it, I was switching your command points is the tick and then...
This is why I shouldn't have prepped dice on the board.
Or where you're rolling.
True. Here, I'm going to re-roll that just because we're unsure.
Well, you can check the camera, you saw it, so...
Fair enough. Alright, so looking back at the tape, I was correct. It was the 2, the 6 came from the pile. So it does go off. I do not perils, and that's leadership -1, and to hit -1.
Yep.
And now it is the end of my psychic phase onto shooting. Where the only thing that can and will shoot is the exocrine. Firing at the shark bird. Alright, so firing in to the flying shark. I've got 12 shots, usually 6, but I didn't move this turn, so I've doubled my number of shots. I've also got +1 ballistic skill for not moving this turn, which is immediately negated by the distance between us, so my total to hit is going to be a 5. So 12 shots, hitting on 5s. So 3 hits, and this is going to be wounding on strength 7 versus
Toughest 6.
Alright, so 3s for 1 possible wound. AP -3.
I take 2 damage.
Cool. I've done 4 damage, and it is now your turn.
Okay. Alright, turn 2 for the broken step. Most of my army didn't move. I shuffled 1 model from this squad back just to extend out the 9-inch bubble of denial to cover more area back here. Shifted the pulse accelerator drone so both squads get the benefit of that. So they have 42-inch ranges, and also giving more area denial for Mike's drop-ins. And flew up and over this with my bomber. I know it's not the best target for a bombing run, but I needed to take care of that.
It has been determined it needs to die.
So whenever this model flies over an enemy unit, I can drop a bomb on it. I have basically infinite number of bombs on it. There's no whatever. And for every model in the unit, I roll a d6 up to 10 models on a 5 or higher. The unit takes a mortal wound.
Fair enough.
If it's an infantry unit, there's +1 to this roll.
Alright.
So on a 5, that guy takes a mortal wound. It does.
Oh.
Okay, with that being done, on to the actual shooting part. Over there my ethereal activates the rites of fire, whatever. Rerolling 1s to hit for infantry or battle suits within 6 inches of him, so it's just going to be the battle suits. But they'll probably be rerolling to hit anyway because of the marker lights that are about to happen.
Fair enough.
Speaking of which, the squad of 4 marker lights firing all their marker light shots into this, using the Cadra Fireblade's ballistic skill of a 2. All hit. And 1 command point to turn this into D3 +1. I don't need to roll it, because that automatically is 5.
Yep.
So 5 marker lights on this.
Cool. I should have put Catalyst on the big guy.
Yep. Okay. Then on to shooting, where I think I'm going to actually start with the Sun Shark Bomber. Okay, Sun Shark Bomber is going to fire all of its attacks. Its marker light is going to go into the Hormigaunt. Its 4 ion rifles from its drones that are attached to it are going to go down into that, along with the missile pod.
Alrighty then.
And that should be everything. So let's start off quick doing the marker light going into the Hormigaunt with the -1 to hit because of the horror, hitting on a 5.
You hit.
Actually hitting on a 6, so it was good. I rolled a 6. Still hit though.
Fair enough.
Okay, so moving on to the next weapon system from the Sun Shark is going to be the ion rifles firing down. I am going to supercharge all of them because I basically ignore all the penalties to hit because of the +1 from the marker lights and the fact that it's marker lights so much that I ignore the penalty in firing heavy weapons. So each one of these supercharged is heavy D3 number of shots for 4 of them. Okay, I've got 6, 8, 9 shots. Alright, 9 shots going in, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s to hit. 3 re-rolls and 4 successful hits. 2 misses. Alright, for 7 successful hits out of 9. Strength 8 while supercharged, so wounding on 4s. For 5 wounds, going in with EP -1.
Alrighty then. So that's going to be 5 4-ups, of which I make 3 of them.
So they do 2 damage a pop.
Ugh.
Missile pod now going in, 2 shots. Once again hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1 hit. It's only strength 7, so wounding on a 5. No wound.
Alright.
Okay, up next, I'm going to jump over to the Pathfinder squad, which are going to fire their ion rifles, probably in supercharge, at the target, and their 1 marker light. Yeah, they're fired at the Hormigón.
Fair enough.
So let's do the marker light real quick. Hitting on a 4, the rolling 1s, it hit. Okay, so there's 2 marker lights on the Hormigón.
Oh no!
And then supercharging the 3 ion rifles from the Pathfinder squad. D3 number of shots each. For 4. Since these could technically kill them 1 at a time, one of the ones that rolled a 1, hitting on a 4, rerolling 1s, miss. Same thing. Hits, and then the one that got 2 shots. Miss and a reroll because of rerolling 1s because of marker lights. 2 hits. And wounding on 4s. 1 wound. Once again, EP -1.
Alrighty then. So 1 4-up. Made it.
Alright, up next, I'm going to go jump over to these 2 strike teams, starting off with this strike team of 6, firing all of their pulse rifles down into that 1 guy, hopefully clearing out the last non-character in front of the characters. So, 6 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. It's a good thing I re-rolled 1s. 4 1s, 2 3s, and a 6. Okay, 3 hits. And wounding on 3s.
All 3.
2 regular, and 1 because they're within 6 inches of my warlord gets AP -1.
Alright, so the 2 regular first. So 2 5-ups.
Correct.
Just cover. Well, made 1, failed 1, he's dead.
Okay.
And just out of curiosity. No, okay, he's super dead. Dip.
Alright, up next, my Kadra Fireblade is going to fire his marker light over into Mike's Broodlord. Is that your warlord, by the way?
Yes.
Excellent. So his marker light, he did not move, so he's going to be hitting on a 2. Yeah, he successfully hit. And then, we don't even, that squad of 7, we're going to fire all their shots into the Broodlord.
Fair enough.
7 shots. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Once again, good thing for re-rolling 1s, because 3 misses, 3 1s. Alright, I hit 3 times. Wounded on 4s. 1 wound, no AP.
Alright. Alright, so it's going to be 1 4-up from him. Made it.
Almost didn't.
Almost
like
didn't.
3 the entire way until it came
It
back down.
really was.
Okay, yeah, it was worth it. A shot from that. Up next, I'm going to have my broadsides activate. Their high yield missile pods are going to go into your big creature, and their smart missiles are going to go into the Broodlord there.
Fair enough. Oh, actually, he would have had a 3-up because he's in cover.
Correct. So, hitting your Exocrine with my high yield missile pods. Once again, 16 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the marker lights. Three 2s and 1 1 gets rerolled because of marker lights. Back to a 2. So 4 misses. These are going to be wounding on 5s, however. It's only strength 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It didn't move.
6. It does matter because of 3 unity devastation. Makes it AP -2.
Ah, I thought you had at least another 6 in there.
So let's go with 1 more 6. The other ones we'll go with 5s. So 3 regulars with AP -1 and 2 with AP -2.
All right, we can check back real quick.
That's fine.
All right.
It was my bad. I shouldn't have picked it up.
All right, so starting with the heavier hitting ones, so this is going to be 2 5-ups.
1 gets through.
Make 1, fail 1.
You have 2 command points left.
And then the lesser ones, the 4-ups, which I'll spend a command point on one of those, which are more likely to get.
There you go.
Got
So
it.
2 made it through.
So that'll be
2d3 points of damage. 1 and a 1, and I'll spend a command point. Back to a 1, so 2 damage.
woo. He's at 7 out of 12.
Hey, half bracket.
Yeah.
Alright, and then the smart missile system part of the 2 broadsides going into Mike's Warlord, as I stated earlier. This is going to be hitting on 4s, but rerolling 1s. So 1, 2, 3 1s, and 1 miss. 2 misses. I will take it. Okay, and wounding on 4s, strength 5 versus tough of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds, no AP, but ignores cover.
Alrighty then, so 9 4-ups. Alright, so 9 4-ups then.
Which you make all but 1.
I do.
Well done.
Yay! That just does 1 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Woot.
Routine.
Houdini. I'll just button. Anybody else?
This squad has 6 in range to shoot at that.
Got it.
Strike team firing at the exocrine, 6 shots, hitting on 3s because of the marker lights. Rerolling to hit, 1's a hit. All successfully hit. Strength 5 versus tough of 8, so 5's to wound. For 4 wounds. And they're not close enough to get unity through devastation.
Alright, so just
Or, yeah, devastation through
4
unity.
3-ups then.
Yep.
And 4 3-ups.
Failed 2.
Failed 2, made 2. He's now at 9.
3 wounds
3
left.
wounds remaining.
It might be in its bottom bracket.
It's probably in its bottom bracket.
I think everything in my army has now fired.
Cool.
So, not as well as I hoped, but hey, I'll take it.
You got, not counting first blood.
Yeah, there's no first blood in this
There's
mode.
no first blood. But you got it.
Yep.
Alright, on to Nid's turn 2. Alright, so Tyranid turn 2 movement. Didn't move, getting ready to shoot that thing. Moved and advanced up, moved and advanced up, both getting 2 inches. Giant blob, we'll get to that later. And moved and advanced, I think, 5 extra inches forward. So, hooray for that. And finally dropped my Tyrannocyte, gorging out. I'm missing the word there, but basically dropping out all the Gene Stealers out onto that hill. I could have gotten them closer, but I wanted to be able to get like all the catalysts and buffs on them. Plus, I'm going to have a hard time getting in for melee anyway. Speaking of melee, I popped up my Moloch right there, hoping to get the largest number of affected units with its special ability. The special ability of the Moloch is that once it arrives from subterranean assault,
Deep strike.
deep strike, It arrives within 1 inch of any enemy model.
Just outside.
Just outside of 1 inch of any enemy models. Thank you, Tom. And then all enemies within 2 inches of it, it rolls a d6 on a 1, nothing happens. On a 2 to 3, one mortal wound. On a 4 to 5, d3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So, starting just in a circle, starting with him.
Pulse accelerator drone.
Pulse accelerator. 2.
1. It's dead.
Sweet. Pop. This group.
1. They're fine.
They're fine. They're absolutely peachy now that this giant thing has showed up right next to them. That drone.
No, that's the part of the recon drone squad.
Alright, so them. 1.
1. Okay, so one of them goes.
One of them pops, and then lastly is going to be the castle.
Drone port.
Drone port takes 1.
Oh no! It's got like 11 wounds left.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't care. So that's what he does, and with movement and all that out of the way, on to Psychic. Alright, at the start of Psychic phase for Nids, I'm going to start with the Broodlord throwing a Psychic at the closest unit, being these guys right here. Need a 5 and above.
That's Psychic being Smite, by the way.
That's Psychic being Smite. Yes! And I just get it with a 6.
Alright, D3.
Wha-bam! 3. Huzzah! Then I'm going to cast Catalyst on the now giant blob of Gene Stealers. That's a warp charge of 6. Got it. Don't have to spend my last command point there. And lastly, the Horror is going to go over on the broadsides. So that's also a warp charge of 6, where I get it with an 8.
Getting a lot of 8s for your Psychic powers.
I'm okay with that. Yep. And with that done, on to shooting, where I'll start back over there. Alright, so starting off with him shooting all of his 12 shots into the bird. I would be hitting now on 5s because of the injured state, which would then be 4s because he didn't move, but that's hard to hit, so back over to 5s. So, 12 shots hitting on 5s. Oh, that was a 6 and that dice knocked it, but
okay,
it's a 3 now.
You still got a lot of hits,
Yep,
though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no kind of rerolls. So, and then wounding on 3s. 4, 4.
I take 8 wounds.
Alright. Did it?
It dies.
Sweet. Alright, so next up in the shooting phase is going to be the Tyrannocyte with 5 shots. Or, with the... I can speak. Next up is going to be the Tyrannocyte with its 5 Venom Cannons. I'm going to throw everything into the 2 broadsides. And it's going to be 5d3 number of shots. For 3, 6,
10. No.
2,
11.
yes, 11. 11 shots hitting on 5s. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to be wounding on 3s because of their toughness. For all but 1.
EP minus 2, correct?
Correct.
2 up save base, +1 for being in cover because we run hilltops and ruin tops with a +1 with -2, so that's going to be a 3 up save. 1 gets through.
Okay. I think it does 1 or 2 damage.
D3.
Ah. That's going to be D3 damage. For 3. Boop. And that's me done shooting, because that doesn't have any shooting attacks. So, on to your turn, turn 3.
Okay, turn 3 for the Broken Step. A little bit of shuffling around, mainly to keep his threat down to a minimum on the broadsides and my other heavy hitting ranged units. Jumped over with my marker lights, so they're not in range to get charged by him, and they have a little bit of protection from psychic powers and whatnot because they're very important. Stayed put with the broadsides, shifted a little bit once again, kind of containing him. Everything else stayed put. So on to the psychic phase. At the end of the movement, he's going to do the one that gives a 6-up feel no pain to every infiltrating battlesuit unit within 6 inches of him.
Fair enough.
So these guys will gain 6-up feel no pains.
That guy.
Oh, this squad, the broadsides in that squad.
Oh yeah, I was pointing at your ethereal,
Yes.
who's currently hiding.
Yes, he's being very careful behind 2 broadsides.
Lovingly nestled between 2 heavy artillery.
Yes. Okay, onto marker lights. Going to start off with the drone squad firing their marker lights in there.
Into the Gene Stealers or the
Gene
Tyranids?
Stealers.
Fair enough.
Even though the Tyranids can do a lot of damage, those Gene Stealers will win you the game if they get into melee.
That is correct.
So, 3 marker lights because the squad's lost 1. Hitting on 2s because they still use the leadership, or not the leadership, the
To hit?
ballistic skill, yeah. 1 command point for a reroll. And then turn one of these into D3 plus 1. So a total of 3 so far going into that. So I spent 2, I've got 3 left. Okay, then on to the next unit to go. My leader, my Cadre Fireblade is going to go ahead and fire his marker light into the beast over there, hitting on 2. Successfully hit. So marker light over there. The Pathfinder squad's going to activate next. Their ion rifles into your siege beast. The 1 remaining marker light into that.
Fair enough.
3 ion rifles supercharging. D3 number of shots each. So for 7 shots. 3 at a time for the guys that hit. Got 3 shots. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1 miss, 2 hits from the first guy. Second guy, 2 misses and a 1, which gets re-rolled into a hit. So 3 hits so far, and the 1 shot from the other guy, which is a hit. So 4 hits. Strength 8 versus tough of 8. 4s to wound. All wound, and I double checked. I'm within 6 inches, so this gets AP minus 2.
All right.
So 3 with AP minus 1, 1 with AP minus 2.
So 3 ups.
4 ups.
4 ups.
Your 3 base with minus 1 base.
Thank you. Fair enough. So
2
go through, which might end him.
Yeah,
They do 2 damage?
They do 2 damage.
He's done.
Let me double check it's not D3, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 pop. Okay, marker light now going in, hitting on a 4, rerolling 1s. Successfully, it's up to 4 on that unit.
All right.
Up next, this unit is going to go ahead and activate. Their marker light is going to go in, and all of their pulse rifles are going to go in.
Fair enough.
So their marker light going in, hitting on a 4. Rerolling 1s. Successfully hits up to 5. Which means all pulse rifles, all the other weapons are going to be hitting on 3s now.
Got it. So
Alright, there's 6 shots from their pulse rifles going in, just outside of 18-inch range for their rapid fire. Hitting on 3s now, rerolling 1s. Rerolling the 1s. 2 misses. Strength 5 weapons versus tough of 4, so 3s to wound. 3 wounds. AP doesn't matter.
all right. 3 5 ups.
Save 1.
Yay.
Catalyst.
You're literally just talking about this. Oh my god.
I prefer you not to roll your catalyst
Yeah.
saves.
And then 2 5 up catalysts.
But you make both.
Make both.
Of course. The other squad of 7 is going to go ahead and activate next. Their marker light is going to go into the Moloch, and then the rest of them are going to shoot the Gene Stealers.
All right.
They are in rapid fire range with their 18-inch range. Rapid fire hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. So, lot hit. Strength 5 versus tough of 3, so 3s to wound. 3 misses, so 6 wounds from that unit.
And 6 5 up. Invols for I made 1. And then the rest for catalysts 5 ups. For I made 3 more, so 2 go down.
It's the only ones I've killed so far.
I'll just grab these two.
Oh god. Alright, their Marcolite going into the Moloch, hitting on a 4. Yay, 1 in the Moloch. Okay, the squad of 3 right there, rapid firing down into the Gene Stealers. Goodbye, sirs, but hopefully you'll do some damage. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Nope. So 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. 6s do one additional AP, but it doesn't matter. So 5 wounds. AP doesn't matter.
And 5 5-ups. For 2. 3 catalyst 5-ups. For 3 more go down.
Alright, and last to go in my army, this shooting phase is going to be the 2 broadsides. Their smart missile systems going into the Gene Stealers, and their high-yield missile pods going into the Moloch. Starting off with the smart missile systems, 16 shots, hitting on 4s, because of the -1 to hit they have from the horror. 5 2s, and a 3. Rerolling the 1s. Okay. And wounding on 3s.
Does that 6 matter?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would get +1 AP, but you're running purely off of invul.
Fair enough. And 7 5-ups. For I made 4. And the catalyst 5. No, sorry. I made 3. And then that catalyst 5-ups. For 1 goes down.
And then their high-yield missile system going into the Moloch. This is going to be hitting on 5s because they're the -1 to hit, but rerolling once. 1, 2. Hits.
Oh.
2 rerolls. 4 hits. And this is strength 7 weapon versus a tough of 6. Wounding on 3s. And gets an additional AP -1. So AP -1, AP -2 into the Moloch.
Alright, so the AP -1 is going to be wounding on 4s. Made both of those, and then the AP -2, so 5s. No.
Alright, and that'd be 2d3 damage. For 4.
Alright.
That's not bad, that's not terrible. And with that being done, that is the last of my models that can shoot. And as Tau are the worst of fighters, I will not be declaring any charges. I will be attempting to overwatch down some targets.
Aww.
So, we will go on to Nids.
Alrighty then. Turn 3. Alright, so movement for Nids, turn 3. Advanced getting 1 inch extra, advanced getting 5 inches extra, moved 5 forward, advanced getting 5 extra, advanced getting 4 extra, and just kind of shifted over. So with movement overall out of the way, onto psychics, where I am going to start with him doing a smite onto the mech suits. So starting with the smite, got 9, so it's still just a D3.
Yep.
D3 for 2.
Wheel of Stone, 6 up Philippines. No, close. If it was a 5 up, like every other good thing.
Is that 1 down?
No.
Oh yeah, they have
6
6. And then the catalyst going on to the Gene Stealers. So, wham. Got it with a 10. The horror going on the mechs again.
Yep.
Broadsides, that's the word I was looking for. Warp charge 6.
Got it with a 6.
Got it with cocked or
Yeah,
go?
no, sure, go cocked. I mean, you still got it.
I still got it. And then he's out of range of smites, so he gets none. Next is this one, which I almost don't want to smite, but will anyway. Closest target is that unit of 3.
Alright.
So, going for it.
Got the D6 version.
Alright, well, this is both the best and the worst possibility. D6.
For 3.
For 3, alright, well, I don't think I'll be charging with them this turn.
Wheel of Stone, 6 up. Hey, that's the unit.
Oh, I will not be charging with them this turn. Alright, so the only thing that can shoot my army is the Tyrannocyte, and it's going to unload into the broadsides. So 5d3 number of shots for its venom cannons for 2, 1, and 10 shots hitting on 5s for that, which will be 2 and 1 cocked because a Gene Stealer caught it. 4. So 2 hits, wounding on 3s, 2 possible wounds.
Okay.
AP minus 2.
2 4-up saves. Command point 1 of them. Okay. Then that will be D3 each, but I'm going to engage Savior Protocol on those 2 shield drones.
Alright.
Because the suits now failed a wound save. 2 up for the shield drone to take it as a mortal wound. Correct. And then second one, 2 up as a mortal wound. Yes. Okay, both the shield drones will take it. They have a 5 up, feel no pain against the mortal wounds they just took. Both shield drones will go down.
Alright. There goes my other possible charge target. Alright, so starting off the charge phase with something of a long ball, I'm declaring a charge with the Gene Stealers up over here and then onto the stairs to get this group right here, just at, I think, 9, 10 inches? We got it at?
It was 8.
It was 8 inches. Alright.
Because it was roughly 7, so we went with 8 just to make sure.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Your Overwatch.
Overwatch. All those pulse rifles hitting on 6s. So Overwatch. 1.
Okay.
Out of 14 shots, 1 hit. Seems okay. Wounding on a 3. Hey, at least I wounded.
1 5 up invul.
Yeah, you made it.
I made it. Okay. Charge distance.
A 3.
A 3.
Well, that doesn't make it.
I'm not spending my last command point on a 3.
Yeah, you would need at least a 5, and that's stretching.
That's really stretching. All right, so he's charging into the same unit.
Okay, well, they get
And
to...
you get to Overwatch again.
Yep. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't accidentally grab more dice from the pile that's over here. 14 shots, once again. Getting on 6s. Got 2 this time. Strength 5 weapons versus a tough 6 target, so 5's to wound. Got 1. No AP.
All right.
3 up armor.
1 3 up. That's a 2. It does go through. And my charge in.
Don't roll that low again. Yeah, you made it.
I made it with a 7.
Huh, goodbye.
Hey, I needed that.
Goodbye, boys.
Goodbye. Hello, friends. All right, so getting in with this one, I've got 7 attacks, starting off with my Scything Talons, hitting on 4s for 4 hits, re-rolling 1s to 5 total hits, and then wounding on strength 6 versus
Top of 3.
2s for 3 possible wounds. Missed 1. Or missed 2.
4 up save because those talents don't got any AP.
Nope.
I made 1. That's
Aw.
sad.
So that's 2 down from that. I've got 1 attack coming in from the Prehensile Pincer Tail. Hitting on 4s. Hits. Wounding on 2s. Wounds.
AP?
No AP.
4 up armor. Yeah.
Oh. And then one last one from the Distendable Jaws, I can now pronounce, hitting on 4s.
No reroll.
Last,
Oh yeah, you do have 1 command point.
it'll just kill 1 dude.
Yeah, but so far you've killed
What's your leadership on that group?
7, and I auto pass on 6s.
Eh,
You've killed 2.
it's not worth it. But I'm going to do it anyway. Spending my last command point on this one, re-rolling.
Missed.
I missed. Alright, well. Whoops. Your attack's back.
Okay, and my strike team gets to strike back. So, glorious total of 6 attacks, hitting on 5s because we're Tau. I got 4 hits. Strength 3 versus tough of 6, so 6s to wound. They did nothing.
Oh.
Surprising, literally no one.
And that should be the end of my turn 3. On to Tau, turn 4.
Turn 4 movement for the broken step. Move this squad down from their little high vantage point, mainly to get as many of these guys in rapid fire range as possible of those Gene Stealers. Stay put with this squad, and basically stay put with everything else that's up here, except for the drones jump back over. Marker light drones are super important, but I need shooty things. So if he's going to move with the Moloch in charge, at least it'll act as somewhat as a buffer between my broadsides.
Fair enough.
Speaking of buffers, the squad that actually did relatively well in that fight, air quotes, they didn't die, jumped down to act as a, we're here, come get us, Gene Stealers.
Fair enough.
So that's what they're doing over there.
Alright.
Alright, other than that, it's no psychic phase, onto the shooting phase, where I will be starting off by firing 3 marker lights down into the Gene Stealers.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Wacha! All hit. Extra D3 plus 1. Yay, that's 5.
How many command points do you have for?
2.
Alright.
But hey, we're in turn 4 of 6, so I'll take
It's
it.
better than 0.
Alright, so everything else that we'll be shooting at them will get plus 1 to hit and stack of other bonuses. Speaking of which, I'm going to jump over to this squad, firing all their shots into the Gene Stealers before any more die.
Fair enough.
By moving them down there, I got 3 into rapid fire range.
Ah.
So it's going to be a total of 10 shots coming out of that squad, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. For 1 reroll, all successfully hit. Strength 5 versus tough of 4, so 3s to wound. Ouch, I did not need a 2 brigade.
I'll call that one cocked.
Fair. Okay, so this was a 3. So 4 wounds, but yeah, you know.
And you're not close enough for the ruling ones?
This is wound.
Fair enough.
And also there's no close, it's marker lights.
Fair enough. For 5 ups. None. For feel no pains. 2.
Up next, my Cadre Fireblade, marker lighting the the Moloch. On a 2. Yes. Okay, then this squad's going to go ahead and activate firing their ion rifles into the Moloch. And I have to actually check his range to see if he's in range for his. Alright, and double checking his range, this pulse carbine from the Sajwi from that squad is in fact in range of those Gene Stealers. So I'm going to be adding that into the Gene Stealers. Starting off with his 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s, strength 5 weapon. 1 wound.
1 5 up, feel no pain. Got it.
Alright, supercharging the ion rifles into the Moloch. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Actually, I need to get the number of shots first, because it's D3 each. So, 6 plus 2, 8. And rolling them 3 at a time until I get to the 2, in case they kill themselves. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, because of the marker light. 1 hit from the first guy. 2 hits and a reroll. Yeah, he kills himself, but he got 2 hits, so 3. And 2 shots from the last guy. 1 hit. So, 3, 4 hits.
For
strength 8 versus a T of 6, so wounding on 3s. 1 of my last command points. Good. 2 with AP minus 1, 1 with AP minus 2, because they did not move, and they're within range of the ethereal.
alright, AP minus 1 should be a 4 up. Made 1, failed 1. How much damage?
2 a pop, I think.
Alright. And then that one 5 up. Made it.
D3 damage. 2.
Okay. Worked out.
And then the broadsides are going to go ahead and activate, and I guess fire everything into the Gene Stealers.
Alright.
Because I got to kill them before they can get going. Alright, everything goes into the Gene Stealers, starting off with the Smart Missile System. Hitting on 4s because -1 to hit, but +1 to hit because of marker lights. Rerolling on 1s to hit. 4 1s. Bunch of hits. Rerolling the 1s. 1 extra hit. So 9 hit. Wounding on 3s. Strength 5 weapon. For 6 wounds, once again, because this is Gene Stealers, the AP bonus doesn't matter.
So 6 5-ups. 4 I made 1. And now 5 feel no pains from Catalyst. For 2 more, so 3 go down.
Alright, and then the 16 shots from the high yield missile pods. Once again, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1, 2, 3 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 misses. Not good. 3 1s get rerolled into 2 more hits. For 7 misses. And high yield missile pods are strength 7, so 3s to wound. For 7 wounds. Once again, AP does not matter.
7 dice, looking for 5-ups. For 3.
4 got through. 3, 1, 1, and a 2. Don't roll them all at once. They're separate units. Separate models. Separate sources of damage, too.
Ah, okay.
1 took 3, 1 took 2, and 2 took 1 each.
Okay. So starting with the 1s.
1 dead.
Yeah, because this is now the 5-up feel no pains.
Yes.
Another 5-up feel no pain.
2 dead.
2 dead. 5-up feel no pain.
He's dead.
He's dead. And last 5-up feel no pain.
Super dead.
So that's 4 dead.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. That let go. And then 4.
With that shooting done, I have nothing else in my army that can really shoot, so that is going to be the end of my shooting phase, and thus effectively the end of Tau turn 4.
On to Nid's turn 4. Yay! Alright, so movement phase for Nid's turn 4 now. I had the Tyrannocyte move up, had my Neurothropes move and advance forward, getting alright. Got a 4 for him, a 2 for them, and unfortunately a 2 for him, now trying to get him off the board. Just not quite enough to get him all the way there. So, with movement out of the way, getting ready for Psychic, where I'm going to start with the Broodlord, throwing a Psychic into this group here.
By psychic, you mean smite.
By Psychic, I mean Smite, because for some reason I'm just full of words today. Alright, so doing that Smite, we all know how Smite works, starting with a 5.
Got it with a 9.
Got it with a 9.
D3.
D3. Boop.
For 2.
2 dead.
I'm in that one.
Next is going to be this Zoanthrope, or Neurothrope, sorry. Throwing the Horror on top of the
Broadsides.
broadsides again.
Yep. God, I wish I had a deny at some point.
For an 8, got it. And then a Smite on the group of 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking for a 6. Got it with a 7.
Okay, another D3.
Another D3.
1.
For a 1. 1 goes down. Please, sir, can I have 2 more wounds? And then lastly, I'm going to throw Catalyst on the Gene Stealers again.
Yeah, that's saved you a lot.
It's saved me so much. So Catalyst,
Got it.
got it. And then the last Smite on the closest unit, which is, of course, those 2 right there. So
On 7 now.
didn't get it with a 5.
Woohoo! Squad's still
That means I'm going to have to use a shooting phase.
Let's put some shots into it.
I'm putting all 5.
Fair enough.
Because I can't choose, or really pick and choose past the 5.
Yeah.
Alright, so all of my Venom Cannon shots going into them. The last 2 units. 5d3 number of shots. For 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 shots hitting on 5s. Wounding on 2s.
Hey.
All of the above. I think it's AP minus 2.
4. Yep. 4, 6 up saves.
Yay!
No, they did their job. They acted as a distraction.
They
Soaked
did.
an entire psychic phase and your entire shooting phase.
Yep. And now I'm going to do a charge, a multi-charge between, or I'm going with charging the Gene Stealers into both this group and the broadsides.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter who I'm charging anyway, you're Tau. You'll shoot me with everyone.
Well, then I'm definitely going for the greater good, this unit and this unit.
Fair enough.
You know what? I'm going to start off with the 3 marker lights.
Does that work in? It does?
Yes.
I've made a terrible error, but you would have used them anyway.
Hitting on 6s. No. It's always one of those minor terrifying moments of,
Wait, you can what? Does he get one?
oh, no, I'm not going to bother. with his
Okay.
marker light. Because the drones couldn't do anything else anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to go over to these guys next for their shots, starting off with the Pulse Carbine. 2 shots on 6s. 1 hit. On a 3 to wound. Successfully wounded. AP doesn't matter because, whatever.
5 up. Got it. Boop.
Check range. Nice. Yeah, okay. Just want to check to see if they're in rapid fire. So both of the ion rifles in rapid fire mode, not supercharging them. So 4 shots, hitting on 6s. Nothing.
I like the 2 guys falling into the ravine
Yes,
at the end of your army.
Yeah. And then the Cadre Fireblades, 2 shots from his rapid firing pulse rifle, hitting on 6s. Oop. Alright, and then the actual broadsides. Okay, broadsides starting off with the high yield missiles, hitting on 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have done with one of my marker lights going through to get the rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds.
That's not good. I only have 5 left. 4 5 ups.
Saved 1.
Made 1. Catalyst. Get back here. Catalyst. Saved 2.
Smart missile system. Once again, 16 shots. Hitting on 6s. 1, 2. 2. Wounding on 3s. Down to 1 command point. Worth it.
I saw you looking, I was like, no. Alright, so 2 5 ups. Made 1, failed 1. Damage.
These are the smart missile systems, which meant the other ones were the D3s.
Damn it. How many was from the last one?
4 which you failed. 2 got through.
2 got through.
That did die. So 2 would have gone to your... You saved 1 from an invul and 1 from your 5 up feel no pain. So if this is a 1... So 1 more 5 up feel no pain.
1 more 5 up, feel no pain.
No.
No, so 1 more goes down from the previous. And then I've got to do a 5 up, feel no pain for this shooting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
1 more.
So, 1 left. Which is a lot less spoopy.
Yes.
And that should be all of the shooting, so
Correct.
I'll charge.
4.
6 inches,
Yeah.
absolutely, should get me like right there. Yeah, I do actually want him to be like there.
To tie up the broadsides.
Yeah, but that unfortunately means I don't think I'm going to get him all the way in.
Speaking of which,
I'm going to be declaring a charge with the Broodlord into both the broadsides and the Markolites.
fair enough.
Whether or not I can actually make it in.
You can definitely make it into the marker lights for sure.
Oh yeah, so and you're done with Overwatches.
Yep.
Sweet. So makes it with 8. Putting in my attacks, starting with the Broodlord, going into unfortunately just the Markolites. So 6 attacks, hitting on 2s for 4, and wounding on 3s for 3.
EP? Isn't default 3, I think?
With AP minus 3, that's basically 3 dead Markolites with no save, and I'm going to pile in afterwards that way.
Fair enough.
And then my attacks with the Gene Stealer going into the big bad robots. Are there actually people in those?
Yes.
3 attacks, hitting on 2s because of the Broodlord's presence. All 3 hit. And wounding on 3s.
What is the 2
No.
attack space?
3 attacks with more, it becomes 4.
Okay.
Hitting on
You successfully-
strength 4 versus tough.
5.
So hitting on 5s.
Wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s, that's the one. 1 possible wound, but it's Rending Claws, I got a 6, so the AP is going to be higher. And AP minus 4 with that, with a 6.
So the 2 up armor becomes a 6 up, and I have a 6 up film of pain. I was going to speed up and roll both at the same time. If I get either one, he lives. No.
Okay.
That.
Oh no, he went bleh.
Alright.
And your attack's back.
Let's start off with the Chevrolet from the Broadside Battlesuit team. His 3 attacks. You know what? He's going to put him into the Broodlord.
Fair enough.
Hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Strength 5 on a broadside. So force to wound. None.
Alright. And then your,
My Ethereal, which is definitely now engaged in combat. He's got 3 attacks. Your Broodlord has more than 5 wounds, right? It has like 5 wounds or something like that.
I think
He's
so.
currently only taken 1.
Yes, so you
So
should have 4.
He cannot kill the Broodlord, so he's just going to put the 3 into the Gene Stealer.
Fair enough.
So 3 attacks going into the Gene Stealer, hitting on 3s. All 3 hit. Strength 5 with the Honor Blade. So 2 wounds.
2 5-ups. Made 1.
Failed 1.
Failed 1. Catalyst. Damn.
There goes the Gene Stealer.
There goes the Gene Stealers and at least 1 D3 of victory points for me. And that's it.
Yeah, that's all I can attack back.
That's all she wrote for turn 4. On to turn 5.
Okay, movement for turn 5 for Broken Step. Fell back out of combat. Stayed put with my drone port. And stayed put with everything else. They can all see the Broodlord there. And that's kind of my objective, is if I can take out the Broodlord, there's not much left that can quickly make it off the board for Mike and also do enough damage.
Yes.
So, going on to the shooting phase. Oh, he's going to go ahead and do the 6-inch bubble of Feel No Pains.
Fair enough.
I forgot to mention a couple times, but that's all he's going to do because Marker Lights make up the diff.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marker Lights, Cadra Fireblade going, hey buddy.
Get him!
2 to hit. Successful. Spending my last command point to turn this into D3 plus 1 Marker Lights.
Oh.
That's 4 Marker Lights on him.
Oh no.
Alright. this squad is going to go ahead and go next. Actually, no. I'm going to have this squad go in case... Yeah, in case the marker light misses. So, I'm going to start with the marker light from the Shazui from that, and then the rapid firing weapons from that. So starting with the marker light on a 4, re-rolling once. It missed, okay. 12 shots from their pulse rifles, hitting on 4s, re-rolling once. 1 straight miss. 3 rolls, there's a second straight miss. Give me 1 more hit back. So 4 misses out of 12, so 8 hits. Strength 5 versus tough of 5, so 4 to wound. Didn't need that again. 3 wounds. EP minus 1. And with 4 on, you don't get cover.
Okay. 5 up invulse. Damn. And I don't have catalyst on him, so that's just 3 wounds.
Even with your 4 up armor save.
No, you said the AP minus 1.
For one of them. Because that was the 6 of them.
Oh, I missed that it was for one of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's him up to 4 wounds taken. He's got 2 left.
Alright, my last unit to go is going to be the Pathfinder squad. And once again, doing all their shots into that, starting with the marker light.
Fair enough.
On a 4, re-rolling once. Yes, that's 5. So, supercharging the ion rifles now that they have +1 to hit. D3 number of shots each for 4 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling once. Good thing. Okay, 3 hits. And wounding on 3s, because strength 8. Ooh, only 1, but EP minus 1, so you're 5 up save.
5 up, feel no pain, or 5 up, invul. Yes, I needed that.
Oh, that's so bad. Okay, oh well.
Your broadside.
Fell back.
Oh, he already fired his marker light.
Yeah.
So you're done with shooting.
Yep, and the building cannot charge.
Oh. So that is the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, on to Nid's turn 5. Alright, so movement for turn 5 Nids. I moved and advanced literally everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough for him to get him off the board. I think I only got him with like a 2.
Yeah.
So a total of 10 inches, which was enough to get him to like right here. But I decided instead to put him more close to the wall to kind of deny lines of sights. I think the broadside can probably still shoot him, but oh well. Moved and advanced everyone else over, including the giant space sack. Just to, I'm going for getting off the table this turn, or not this turn, but next turn.
On 6.
So hopefully that'll happen. Then with movement out of the way onto psychic, where I'm going to start with Catalyst.
Mm-hmm. Catalyst going onto the Broodlord.
Catalyst going onto the Broodlord. I need this.
Double 1s, or at least a fail of any kind. I got it with a 6.
I got it with a 6. Oh, I was so scared with that 1. Alright, so Catalyst is off. I am then going to smite with that same model at the building.
Yeah.
Because it's the closest target, and why not? So smite. A 3 doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to horror, once again, the broadside.
Yeah, it's the thing to do.
Yeah. Horroring the broadside with a 4 does not get it.
Woo! He actually gets to fire at full ballistic skill for like once.
And then he's going to smite the building. For a 6 does not get it because it has to be a 7.
This is your second smite.
You're right, it's usually 5, 6 would get it, so D3.
Yep.
Did I roll a D? No, I missed the smite.
But it still counts as an attempt.
Correct.
For 1.
For 1.
Okay.
Haha, take that building.
Got like...
And then I will do absolutely nothing with the Broodlord.
Because you don't want to roll a double 1.
Don't want to roll a double 1.
And
I'm just not having it. I am not... Oh, I do have a shooting phase where I'm going to put everything into the broadside.
You're hoping you miss everything because you're hitting on 6s.
I am hitting on 6s because I moved and advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 D3s. For, ooh.
9, 10, 12.
12.
Uh-oh.
Juicy. Alright, so 12 shots hitting on 6s because I advanced with assault weaponry. Hot damn.
Like I said, the way you've been rolling tonight, it's going to be a lot of hits.
Alright, that's 1, 2,
hits.
3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 hits.
Wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s. For 4.
Alright, this could do it. 4 4-up armor saves. I make 2. So, 2d3 points of damage. I do have a 6-up feel no pain.
You do. 2d3. For 3.
For 3, okay, you can't kill it.
I can't kill it.
6-up feel no pain! Made 1, so he takes
Okay.
2. He's got 4 left.
And I end my turn. I'm not charging anything. I'm not having it.
Oh, you don't want me to get some for the greater goods?
No, absolutely not.
Alright.
Moving on to turn 6.
Turn 6 movement. Very specific moves happened. This squad moved their 6 inches back up to here to get these 6 fellows getting a line of sight onto the dome of that Brood Lord. One sadly did not make it up. This squad did not move along with the broadside and the ethereal, and to allow them that extra line of sight, just moved the platform out of the way. So, that's very good. On to the shooting part, starting off with the Cadra Fireblade, marker lighting the guy down there.
Of course.
On a 3, because he did move.
Yep.
Yes. And then this group is going to go ahead and actually shoot down. So there's going to be a total of 9 shots, because 3 are rapid fire range, because thanks to Broken Step. And they're going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits so far. 4 misses, 1 reroll. Went to a miss.
I thought I saw 2 1s. Oh,
No,
well.
there was one after I moved the dice, but
Fair enough.
so 4 hits, wounding on 4s. 1. Sad.
1 AP?
None.
1 4 up.
I made it with a 6 up anyway, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Technically that was a 6, so it would have been a 5 up.
Ah.
So AP minus 1.
Fair enough.
Alright. This squad's going to go ahead and go next. Marker light into the sack and both of the ion rifles. Marker light on a 4, no reroll. Miss.
Are you supercharging?
Oh yeah, I'm supercharged.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if they die, so. Supercharged, D3 number of shots each.
Ooh.
For 4 shots.
For the Commonwealth.
Hitting on 4s. 1 hit, 1 dies.
Okay.
Strength 8 versus tough is something less than 8, so a 3. Successfully wounds. AP minus 1.
1 5 up. No.
D3 wounds.
1.
I can't kill it now. I need a lot more than that, and what do you guys die? Broadside.
He can hit him.
Yeah, broadside's going to shoot everything into the Broodlord. You're going to get 4 D3.
Yep.
Alright. You did not get the horror off this time.
I did not. Full ballistic sitting on 3s.
4s.
4s?
Because I usually had a +1 to counteract it.
Fair enough.
This would have been the one time a 5 would have actually stuck. So starting off with the smart missile system, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So 3 1s, 4 hits, 5 hits, strength 5 versus tough of 5, so 4s to wound. For 2 with AP minus 1, 1 with AP minus 2.
Alright. 1 with AP minus
2 with AP minus 1, 1 with AP minus 2.
3 5 ups. Because you're shooting at the
The Broodlord,
yeah,
yes.
so 3 5-ups. Made 1, failed 2.
1 damage a pop for the smart missile system.
Because I did get Catalyst off. 2 5-ups. He's dead.
Alright. And then the high yield missile systems fizzle, but they couldn't have done enough damage to kill the pod anyway, unless I got really lucky. Nothing left in my army to shoot, and my closest model is a building that can't charge, but even if it did, you could just fall back out of combat. So that will be the end of my turn 6. Do you succeed in running off the board with the 3 remaining units?
Let's find out.
No need to pan, just you
Alright.
just jump right into it.
Fair enough. So, Nid's turn 6.
You need
9 inches.
9 to get to the edge, so a 10. So you
Alright.
need to get off the edge.
True.
So 6 base, so you need 4 or better on that. Ooh, this
I
guy,
can't get him off.
he's got, well, 12. Oh, you're right, he's base 5.
He's base 5. Base 5, base 5. I can't get either of them off. I might be able to get him off, but I can at least... They're in the zone to
just
get the +1. So,
shift them over slightly to get more in the zone, I
so
guess.
just advancing.
Need a 4 or better. 4 or better.
4 better.
So that one's off the table.
Yep. Advancing and then advancing.
So you have 2d3 right now.
Oh, 5 and 4.
If they had a better base move.
If they had a better base move.
So
So they're both going to be like right here at the end. So
Yeah.
they will get 1 and 1 point.
plus
so I've got
2d3.
plus. Yes.
Because the Moloch and the Tyrannocyte made it off.
Plus 2d3. I've got to get over 6.
You gotta get 4 or better.
So
At this point.
2
4 will tie.
2d3 plus 2.
You got a 3 and a 2, that's 5. You win by 1 point.
1 point. Oh my god, this was a close game.
Yes.
I like this flavor of game. I like the defender attacker. Because it's both balanced and imbalanced. It's the idea that you don't have to just go and collect gubbins about the field and run back and forth and forward.
Yeah.
This is just get from one side to the other and stop the other guy from getting to the other side.
Yep.
With variations on the other flavors of stop the other guy.
Well done.
Woo! Alright, well, I hope everyone enjoyed this game. I know I did.
Man, those 5 up
That was a stupid amount of 5-ups. I can completely agree with that.
I know I could have done with slightly better to wound sometimes.
Yes.
I had some good shots though. So
Absolutely.
I guess I shouldn't too complain about my shooting for that game.
Well, hope everyone enjoyed and have a good one.